Myself, Rajendra Karale, my qualification is MSc Chemistry BL and experience is of 28 years. Now, today we are going to discuss about conditions for spontaneity of a process or delta G to be negative. Now here the Gibbs energy change is given as delta G Tp equal to delta H minus T delta S. Now here decrease of Gibbs energy change or negative value of delta G is the criteria of spontaneity or regarded as the driving force behind the spontaneous process. Now here, depending upon the sign of delta G and spontaneity on delta H, delta S and T chemical reactions are further classified into four categories. Now here, keep in mind, if delta H is negative, this is called as favorable condition, then the given reaction is spontaneous, and if delta S is positive, this is also called as favorable condition, then the given reaction is spontaneous. And combined effect of these two parameters is the delta G, and if it is negative, then the given reaction is spontaneous. Now here draw the table. Conditions for spontaneous process or delta G to be negative. That means here write down delta H second term is delta S, third is delta G equal to delta H minus T delta S, and fourth is spontaneity of a process. Now we have number one. If delta H is negative, which is also called as favorable condition, delta S is positive, which is also called as favorable condition. Here this delta H is negative, this delta S is positive, positive into negative, negative. That means this is negative and this is also negative, and hence this delta G is negative at all temperature. That means here the processes are spontaneous at all temperature. Second, if suppose this delta H is negative, that means it is favorable. This is negative, that means it is opposing. That is here. This is negative and this delta S is negative. Negative into negative, positive. That means here delta H carries negative sign and T delta S carries positive sign. That means here delta G is negative if delta H is greater than T delta S. Now here T delta S, that is temperature is present on the left hand side, that is less than side. Therefore it is possible at lower temperature. That means here write down processes are spontaneous at lower temperature. Now let us consider the sub-classification of this second type, that is third, negative, favorable, negative, opposing here delta G equal to 0 if delta H equal to T delta S, because here this delta H carry negative sign, delta S is negative, negative into negative positive. That means here this delta H carry negative sign and T delta S carry positive sign. That means here processes are neither spontaneous nor non-spontaneous. Hence, the process attain equilibrium. Then fourth, if suppose delta H is positive, that means this is opposing and delta S is positive, that is favorable. That means here this delta H is positive and delta S is positive, positive into negative, negative. That is this delta H carries positive sign and T delta S carries negative sign. That is here delta G is negative if T delta S is greater than delta H. Now here temperature T is present on the greater than side, and this is possible at higher temperature. That means here processes are spontaneous at higher temperature. Now here fifth, positive opposing and here positive favorable. That means it is the sub classification of classification number 4. That means here delta G is 0 if delta H equal to T delta S. That means here this is positive and this is positive into negative, negative. That means this delta H is negative and T delta S is positive. That means if they are equal, then delta G become 0. And here processes are neither spontaneous nor non-spontaneous. Hence, the processes attain equilibrium. Now here write down next. Delta H is positive, that is opposing, and delta S is negative, that is opposing. This delta H is positive and this delta S is negative. Negative into negative, positive. That means this is positive and this is also positive, and hence delta G is positive at all temperature, and hence processes are non-spontaneous at all temperature. Now this is regarding about conditions for spontaneity of a process or delta G to be negative, and here this unit gets completed, and remaining part will be discussed in the next lecture.